Hey all, Lisa here. If you go to sleep at night and feel like you've done something, more than likely you have. We consider this that you work for the army of the Lord or you're working for the army of the bad guys. Either way, I'm speaking to you. These theorems are based on Dolores Cannon's work, reading my Bible, and my own personal experiences. Now, when I talk about dream time, I'm talking about when you go past your first part of your awakening and you go through your meditative state where all the thoughts go through. When you get past that, and maybe you've had a secondary or thirdary awakening, and you can sit in silence and be in the present moment, and you start to see visions in your third eye, then you're participating in the dream time, okay? I come out here and tell some of this stuff so that sometimes some of the things I bring up are very illustrative. My stories told, I show cards, pictures of things that we see, and hopefully it will stimulate you to go, oh gosh, I had that. And then when you realize what you're doing, sometimes you can like be in both realities, okay? Yeah. Anyway, tonight's soliloquy night. Spirit had me pull cards for the collective, and I'm supposed to read out who I think these cards represent. But I would like to give the acronyms a quick message. This is my third go around here, but first one was a little bit crazy. I want to sell Cutco cutlery, which is I like knives, and it'd be great for you my fellow zoo mates, like when we do spiritual battle, those knives are the best in the world. So if anybody can ever possibly reach out at me, I get paid just for giving a presentation. You don't have to buy an effing thing. But anyway, it's a very techno thing I have to do. I have to have the computer and the orders are taken in. Then we have phone and sharing contacts and all that stuff. Well, today I had to call up the 611 on my new phone because I can't make payments online or on my phone. Okay? This is what Mr. Musk does to me. Can any of you in acronyms please get him off of my technology? I've applied and applied and applied for jobs. I don't get any emails back. I've written to Catholic Charities and the YMCA, never get a response from anybody. So Mr. Mux fills my emails with spam. Now I had to go to the phone place and have the guy help me out. We had to set a new password because it kept telling me my email wasn't in there. And so the guy helped me. But then I get spam in my text that I need to make that payment. I need to make that payment. Well, I made the payment with the guy. And so Elon will text me shit just so I get stressed out. Okay? Is there anybody in an acronym world who can make that guy leave me the fuck alone? Cyber, electronically. Is there any way to block that guy from fucking with me? If there is, I owe you cookies, money, whatever you want. Or are you guys getting paid? Are you getting paid with my own personal fucking money from my sister? That's my question to you, and I think I addressed that a little bit in Soliloquy tonight. Now, the soliloquy for me is a creative way of me trying to get rid of this angst and anxiety that these evil people like Trent Rezner and his zoo create for me. So, the name of tonight's soliloquy is The Penniless Millionaire. And afterwards I have some cards. I have cards for our little collective so they know the story of what's going on. And then they had me pull some ET experiencer cards for somebody who's probably new out there wondering what the F is going on. And so welcome if you're new. And for anybody else, this channel is specifically for people who know they go in the dream time. Now, on to soliloquy. Forgive me. Anyway, Sophie got out and said, after my class today, so I've been in 3 days of a techno class, which means my camera's been out, and I've been out there. And Sophie has to come out and say, Lisa, you're back in Trent Zoo. So, and then I did my thing, so I have to wonder if Sophie ended up in the hospital or not. Anyway, amazing. They take advantage. When you're on your phone, if you rich people out there who are in the zoo as well, so you do probably a lot of business on your computers. That's how part of how they get you in the phone, even after you've dust your shit, right? Well, I haven't been out of the apartment today, so lady upstairs can't come and put dust cameras. Anyway, so they got me on my techno classes. So out there, you people who jack off to us weird people, good luck with that, because I'm just sitting at my computer. All right, the penniless millionaire. How many years lost? How many taken away? Was the sister the mother? Or the mother? They tell me the mother banged another man whilst her husband seemed lost in war. We're talking World War II. The child given an inheritance. Lies told. Merciless in contrivances. The taking away of solidity to make life good or complete. Lied to, stolen from, beaten up, mentally tortured, and spiritually defiled over and over and over again. As ridiculous as I might seem to you, I look at you all when spirit has me remote view. And I cannot fathom why y'all haven't hung your heads in shame. All of you. Voyeurs with insane fetishes. I just don't get it. I really don't. The antagonists paid for with the millionaire's own fucking money. Women, pin-ups, overly made up, do anything for the voyeurs with fetishes. But not this one. The master planner of this decisive action is a Mother Teresa in her own mind, festering with ungodly desire, megalomania of a spiritual realm harbored by workers of God, wherein greed and lust with the spirit's desires. She, the bigot, didn't want to work. Scam it for a paycheck. Talk shit about the scapegoat little sister who never did anyone any real harm. Websites designed to harass and bully. Let the scapegoat work hard. Let's steal her identity and integrity. Let's put her in jail. The bigot got and had the glorious life. The life the millionaire should have had. But perhaps if the bigot had done the work, maybe, just maybe, she might have seen her own greed, jealousy, envy, and ruthlessness. Oh, woe is me. Conspired with my ex-husband number 1 to kill her own son. He visits me and works against you now, for you didn't bury his guitar with his body. The dead see things. The dead see everything. You know, if you had done the work, it might have tempered your need for drama. When you see life through work and share with others as a team, contributing to society rather than stealing and taking away, you gain perspective. That helps our souls grow and be tempered. That's how gold and diamonds are made. Pressure. Then you can lead in a true sense. Being part of something bigger, a bigger picture, is learning in and of itself. Man sharpens man as iron sharpens iron, God says. To see life through other people's eyes opens doors of perspective deep within our own souls. We compare. Comparison is good when we look at ourselves first and foremost. I have been humbled many times by the hearing of other people's struggles. The realization to know that I know many, many people have worked diligently and hard to cause my own personal demise. And how long? How long will justice take? I still haven't seen it. Will I ever? Will it really be stolen completely from me? Are the alphabet boys being paid by me to keep me hidden? Are you? Are you? Not far away from being on the streets. That's me. Why have I not been heard? I've been there for each and every person who's participated in the giant conspiracy of theft. Everyone. Given love, then it was perverted. And in one particular, that person was immensely pleasured by my lowest ebb and close demise. The one I spent the most time with. He glories in my misfortunes. You did. And then said, let's go for the gold. Let's kill it. Electrocute, cut, break, spray, poison, radiate. Rob more than once, in more than one way, on more than one level. Kill, maim. Why are you still here? Why does she still speak? Why hasn't she gone away? Break its heart. Over and over and over again. She can't send mail to special folk. Phones all three hacked. Websites mocked and fraudulent. Make it homeless so they can never find her to give her her inheritance. That is the template they are on, and they're almost there. And they party hardy on the millionaire's money. You know, a lot of family and friends, I ask God, why am I here? Why won't you let me kill them? I ask that over and over again. Sometimes those we have committed to and loved the most despise us. Dangerous hearts, dangerous souls, a sad reality of human life, exacerbated by what's on TV. Children used, children abused, time wasted, time spent, doing things that were never meant, accusations made that were never meant to roost. Oh well, fly away time spent. There it went, along with vasts of money spent. What will it mean when the truth is out? All of it has already made me a mean machine inside my soul. I heard someone say that I was a ballsy SOB. Aye, Captain, that I be. Now. And why do I be that glorious SOB? Because, brother, I have nothing fucking else to lose. So come on. Come on. Do your best shot. Let's take it to the street, please. But no, you have to pay someone else to take your beating and pay with my effing money. And since it is mine, I say, morons, stand down. Stand the fuck down. It's time. Look at who and what I'm up against. Me, the penniless millionaire. And that's the end of Soliloquy tonight. Now we're going to go on to the message from Spirit. So I'm going to give the ET message first. And one of the cards fell down. So, you've made direct contact with some ET guides, which probably means you've been up in space. You partake in a UFO classroom. And the primary goal of most of us here is to heal the planet. Okay? Now, what it looks like when you go up there and do UFO classroom is a lot of times you'll have a dream, and this is before I knew I was going up in space. You dream over and over again, like every week or 2 weeks or so, that you're at a large table, very long table, with a ton of people out there. There's a ton of people at your table, people you don't know. Some of them might look like aliens, and they are, and that's you being in UFO classroom. And the table is like, it's kind of like, what color? It's like an ash color wood, so it's kind of on the ochre end of it rather than the warm. It's a cool wood. So if you remember that table, then you're in UFO classroom. And sometimes the classroom is we just have meetings and talk about our feelings and what we're going through. Because after all, the ETs do learn from us what's going on down here. Now that's that message too. And welcome to you, because you must be new to the group. Or you must be just awakening to this level of where you are in your growth with Spirit. And that's good. Kudos to you. Now I'm going to go to the cards and give you, they told me I should say names in this, okay? And they wanted me to pull the crow cards. So here we go. So the first cards up was the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands. In some cases, this represents me. And it does today in this message. And I'm speaking, and there's fighting going on. I speak, and I have intellectual property. Intellectual property that a specific person has stolen. I have a lot of intellectual property. And the story that I tell about the inheritance and Victor and all that is like a million stories in one. So I am intellectual property, and they fight over it because they really want to kill me. And I mean that seriously, people. So, to tie up and cause anxiety and nightmares maybe for Victor, otherwise known as Ben. The Queen of Pentacles, Catherine Winnick, has shown up. Evidently, according to Spirit, they tell me Victor is up here. And she came up primarily to cause him to hold him back from meeting me. And the Queen of Pentacles, okay? That's her. This represents her right now. Now she's going to come out at the Queen of Cups in a minute. Now the King of Pentacles, and this represents a culmination of more than one person, but Elon Musk, Trent Rezner, and another guy who I'm not going to mention his name this time. They pull in, and they decided that Catherine Winnick needs to be given Ben's love so she could be his empress. Because he comes up as the emperor a lot of times. So we got these men, Elon Musk in particular, is deciding who Ben should fuck. Does that seem right to you guys? I think Ben should be able to decide who he wants to be with. I don't know why Elon Musk thinks he's got the right, or Trent Rezner, to impose Catherine Winnick on him. But that's what's going on. Now, Spirit says, not me, this is Spirit. Spirit says if this continues, if Ben is not allowed to meet Lisa, there's going to be a death. Now, they've been telling me this message when one of you in that evil group actually dies, this is when it's all over. Hopefully, I'd like to see it, and they'd like to see it, that you all stand down so this doesn't have to occur. So, death is going to come for King of Swords. This King of Swords is somebody who makes music and speaks words. And there's two of them that might potentially die. It's a musician. One of you musicians who are involved in this criminal action, against me in particular, is going to be put down. You're gonna fucking die, people. Stand down. This message is to try and save your life. You fucking zookeeper. How dare you? Once that person dies, the hermit will be able to go forward. And that makes me sad that we have to wait for a death. Anyway, that's all Spirit has to say today. It's a very serious message. They told me to say names, okay? Anyway, peace out, everybody. Be kind to each other. It's a lot easier to get along in the world that way, especially with the world as fucked up as it is. And remember, I think a lot of you are amazing, and I love almost all of you. Bye now. Thanks for watching and listening if you did.